Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is a game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play by email match against KilRoy. He's the commander of the Allied forces and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This will be the turn of the 8th February 1942. Scenario 1, no modifications, and you can see that I still picking up the very few last bases in the Philippines. And the turns before I was unable to damage or sink the Allied forces around Java. My torpedo bombers create a torpedo hit but with no explosion. I'm sweeping also more mines in the port of Surabaya to try to open this base for my Navy task forces in the future. And south of Marcos Island is one of my patrol boats getting hit by a, I think this was the Mark 14 torpedo, so can happen. And of course this patrol boat will very likely go down, yeah. And British corvettes also attacking my submarine here in deep water north of Rangoon, creating some damage, so I have maybe to call this sub back to Singapore for repair. The rest of the night looks more quiet. No success for my submarines. My ships trying to engage the fleeing Allied ships, but looks like with no success. No Navy engagement. Okay, so we can skip and go directly for the operations. Hopefully maybe this turn I can get a more successful strike. So many ships here in the Bay of Rangoon and around Port Blair. Tankers, cargo ships. But my torpedo bombers are not able to locate the target. Yeah. Some sweep here. Also sweep over Rangoon. I think this was the first air battle of Rangoon, so I maybe keep it on. So after training, I try to get my pilots in the best possible stage. So like air skill at least 70 and defense skill also 70, with experience over 50 or 60 at least. And I try out how I can stand against this cap fighters over Rangoon, these flying tigers. And the beginning is successful, but the beginning is normally always in favor of the sweeping units. And I keep this maybe now a little. And again, of course, the Oscar's biggest issue is that only 2 heavy machine guns is not really much firepower, especially fighting some airframe with armor protection. It's possible to create a kill. I mean, fighters have always less hit points than twin engine bombers or something like a piece 38. I think also have more hit points. But even if I damage here this Flying Tigers, this will also help me already. All of these airframes are very complicated to maintain, and they have, I think, a service ratio or service. The service point is, I think, 3. I'm not exactly if this means that one airframe needs 3 aviation support to maintain this, or it needs 3 times longer to maintain an airframe compared to the Oscar with only a service ratio of 1. But I would simply say it simply consumes more time and supplies maybe to fix a damaged airframe and get it back to operational status. The second advantage for me is here, of course, the numbers. KilRoy don't have too many fighters here in the air, so maybe my air wing is able to hold against this. I skip this now because this will be too long time. But we can see the numbers that for my 42 are 29 still able to penetrate the air defense. And on paper we have a kill ratio of 3-3, but yes, this is a long air sweep over Rangoon with drop tanks, so it's 9 hexes away. Very likely that I have here more ops losses on the return. And to completely smash enemy defense, I come here with my second air wing. Also, all T-43C editions, I only use C editions, I think, here now. Even A edition is never fighting frontline unit. The B edition is, I think, for maybe temporary use still acceptable, but not on the long run. Similar numbers can overcome the defense. Hard to say if this is at least a 1-to-1 kill ratio maybe. So I come here with my last B editions. I am not even able to completely fill up this squadron more because this airframe is not more under production. And there's only one fighter that I can maybe get destroyed. Good. So in total, roughly maybe 120 Oscars sweeping Rangoon today. And some Falcons still try to slow down my ground forces. I'm not sure where they're coming from. Must be maybe this base or source, but it must be a land-based airport here on Java. But it's a question of time. I can reach every single base and bring an end to this resistance of Dutch Air Force on Java. My Thai forces get still bombed. Today also my Nels going out of Bangkok. So Port Blair, there's a tanker. But my torpedo bombers are not finding the target of a tanker, but the AK get a hit. And again, torpedo hit, but no explosion. Luckily, there's a second torpedo hit with explosion, and this is even the third one. This will be a kill, instant kill, immediately go down. So the tanker can survive, the cargo ship not. My carrier is also catching up. There's still some Flying Tigers over Mulmine, but I think I have here the numbers. Easily passed by all my torpedo bombers can reach the target area. But I find only small or medium-sized cargo ships. Still, I can sink all 4 of them, but maybe only supplies on them. Maybe hard to say if there was troops on it, but I'm not sure if this is possible for the Allies. Anyway, this cargo transport task force is now destroyed. Also, some flying tigers are not more. So, and second airstrike for my carrier division, going for local port. Not even know what this is. It's a patrol craft. They're all small and they die. And you can sink them with a torpedo. I'm not sure if this is really possible, but okay. In this game, it is. This is my first carrier division, so also near to Fiji. And my dive bomber is finding here some destroyers. Not so sure if this is ingoing, outgoing convoy, but I was able to get at least 1 bomb hit on this destroyer. Don't ask me why only 3 dive bombers are coming here. There are so many more on the carriers, but yeah. And the next airstrike. Here is some APs, not the biggest APs, but still some APs. So also this task force is maybe now destroyed. They're all sunk, on heavy fire, sinking, burning, and many thousand allies are going down with them. So this was a successful interception. Maybe a little surprised because I was not active in this area before, and KilRoy maybe try to get in or get out what is possible. And I just arrived in time. So there was just a recon picture from the 18th British Division, so looks really like there's a whole British division in south of Sumatra. But I cannot tell you where the 18th British Division start at the beginning of the war. If this is a new unit arrived just now, or KilRoy tried to bring it in or out. Afternoon attack, so this is the leftover units. Now everything sunk immediately, and more thousands of allied forces are dead in the water. And the defense of Moormine is getting some additional reinforcements. I'm not so sure if my 10 zeros are enough, and I also strike only with 3 torpedo bombers. Okay, my torpedo bombers are fine, and I can finish here one more cargo ship. Heavily damaged. This will normally sink. And 3 more torpedo bombers going for Poblair for this tanker. But again, the wrong attack side. I would not. Yeah, I don't know why the game only really sent only 3 torpedo bombers for 1 tanker. But it's a commander decision. Now the first carrier division. It's the morning we hit 1 destroyer, and here's maybe a second one with magazine explosion. This will normally kill the destroyer, and if this is not enough, I throw some torpedoes on it. So it will be sure enough. But there are more. Now my navy bombers on one hit more. Okay, the burning one get more hits. And the torpedo hit is also normally always a kill for a destroyer. Especially if it's damaged engine, then it's slow and much easier to hit again. The King survived every attack so far, but now it's also final over. Double bomb hit. So ships are sinking already, cannot find more the target. The 2 destroyers sunk immediately. And 1 more is on heavy damage, heavy fires. The King get 1 hit only in the ward, survive any attack so far. Good. And finally, for the end of the turn, my subs are also intercepting here a small light cargo ship, Source of Hawaii. And don't need the torpedoes if we have enough shells. So some sinking sounds, of course. All allied ships are sinking here. More landing in the Philippines. And the second Battle of Batavia. Or third, I'm not more sure. So 1-to-1 kill ratio, I can reduce the fort. Again, disabled units for me dying for the Dutch. And I switch here to bombardment, or keep the bombardment. Still more Chinese forces are now disabled and destroyed. Yeah, and this is mountain hex. I attack here the 18th British Division. This is maybe not in favor for me because I have here less attack value than the defender. Still, the casualties are more or less in my favor because the defender, the British, are here in fatigue. So they are maybe already have no spirit more to fight, but they have the heavy terrain for their own advantages. Still, the British are in a not good position here. Maybe running out of supplies also. Taking this base. Now KilRoy makes some bombardment. Simply maybe he knows that the days are soon over. But no effect, no impact at all. And KilRoy try to kick me out. Because I have here normally not anything strong, only navy, guard units and some tanks. But now it's a defense. I have now the mountain terrain on my side, so this will boost my defense. So I get a big boost, and for him it reduces his efficiency. Still, the casualties are nearly 1-to-1. But again, this will favor me. I have the supplies, I have the air power to support here my attacks in the long run. Good. So a very successful air navy engagement for me. My navy bombers, after many days of nearly no activity at all, finally finding some target what is meaningful and can destroy a complete troop convoy. Yeah. This cost me, of course, some airplanes, but KilRoy also lost many of his flying tigers over Burma. You can see that 26 flying tigers. I lost in total, yeah, 1-0 and 9 Oscars. So maybe 10 fighters for me, but 26 for KilRoy. This is a good kill ratio, I would say. And out of my 14 airframes, I lost now 6 missing and 6 killed pilots. This is also okay, I would say. In official last turn, I lost one of my patrol boats by a Mark 14 torpedo. But I was able to kill many cargo ships, even if these are all small fish, and also this HDMLs are all useless in the long run. They are only for anti-submarine patrol, but maybe that is their purpose, to defend a port against submarine attacks. These troop ships are all getting destroyed with loaded units, so this is a double hurtful for KilRoy, and I think at least 3 or 4 destroyers go down. Weakest class destroyers are maybe not the best, but again, the Allies can always upgrade this kind of ships later to good convoy ships and sub-hunters and whatever. Good. Maybe reference to my top pilots, I don't know. Yeah. So I have now 10 pilots with 10 kills, so double A, so what you want to call, and E2 get already 91 experience. This guy is hard to stop. He's maybe the best pilot in the whole Japanese army. But he is, I think, not fleet air wing commander here. He is only part of this air wing, but he is not a lieutenant. Good. In China, no real change. This is always slow. Only some bombardment this turn, and no air war. We had the big event now in Burma. After many days and weeks of no activity, I switched to full engagement mode. So my carriers are here in a position, and I was able to surprise maybe KilRoy with his sudden appearance and take out a troop convoy nearly completely and damage many other stuff. I'm not more sure. Yeah, so this is the first air wing go in. I think they had the highest loss ratio. 3 pilots missing, 1 killed pilot, but create 7 kills. So still a good ratio for this air wing. And in total I lost here 7 airframes. Okay. This was, I think, the second air wing go in. This is a little more hard to say if they really create now 12 kills in this one turn. Maybe they had kills already the day before. The game don't tell you this. I only know that I'm missing here 2 airframes and I lost 1 pilot last turn. And the B wing is here. That guys had no losses in airframe and air pilots, and I think at least create 1 kill. This is the one guy with the ATR. Good. So successful distraction mission here in the Burma area. No reinforcements arrive here maybe in time for KilRoy, at least this time. Still 20,000 guys are here. Later on this number will maybe change. This was the hex with this Dutch, British units in the hex, and we are more or less equally strong. But I control Balenberg, and there's no base where these forces can run to. Maybe only to Osthaven, but Osthaven will be nearly impossible to operate normally. Anything here out. Cargo ships I would intercept, troop transport I would intercept. So these units are more or less trapped. And to destroy here a British division in the long run will maybe help me in the fight in Burma and India. Here are still many ships around, and don't ask me why my navy bombers don't attack this turn. I normally don't change anything. And somewhere in this bases are still some Dutch airplanes operating out of and attacking my ground forces, but I think they still don't have the firepower. Sooner or later I will catch them up. Here's one air base with only one scouting airplane, maybe Donier. And Battle of Batavia is a little slow. Here are still some small AMs, CMs, and local patrol craft. The biggest ship I really see, these are these two reported light cruisers. I'm not sure if they're really light cruisers, but reported light cruisers. So I also start here to pick up this left behind bases no one really needs. The only stuff that really matters here at the beginning is Rabaul and Port Moresby. And all others is secondary task. I already took Tulagi and Umaya, and everything is under control. And yeah, my second carrier division, or my first carrier division, or Pacific carrier division, was successful to intercept here other convoy with a lot of destroyers in it. Not sure, they're trying to go west. This is maybe reinforcements KilRoy sent from Pago to help secure the base of Suva. But I intercept this convoy and sunk, I think, 3 or 4 destroyers out of this. So not sure if they're trying still to go to Suva or if KilRoy must break and go back to Pago or New Zealand. At the end it was a successful operation. Good. And the Central Pacific is still quiet, and yeah, also no activity around Nomaya. Good. Maybe only because there was some question how many ships I lost so far. I can maybe say this shortly. If I only use now warships, let's say this, APDs and subs. So this is all, I would say, first-class equipment or really meaningful military equipment I lost so far. And the biggest issue is this 2 light cruisers, but the light cruisers are maybe not a big issue. The 2 top 10 or top destroyers are really hurting me. Then I have here 2 second-class destroyers. I would still call them first-class destroyers because they have this 5-inch guns. So in total I lost 4 good destroyers, 2 light cruisers. These are all these short-range submarines no one use. And I lost 1 APD. Plus 1 fleet submarine sunk by a mine hit. Long time ago already. This is everything what I lost so far, and compared to the Allied losses, this is of course much more. For KilRoy, it's mainly light cruisers. He lost a lot of light cruisers, a lot of submarines, and a bunch of destroyers, but not too many destroyers. I mean, yeah, there are more destroyers, okay. But so far, no fleet carrier. The amount of heavy cruisers are also only 2 reported. So he lost a lot of secondary and support cruisers, but no really heavy fighting units. Good, thank you all, see you next time, take care, bye bye.